Let me break it down for you. Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Jesse and I'm the founder and grandmaster of MMA, Mexican martial arts. I want to start off by thanking everybody who joined the Twitch stream on Saturday. You made it a lot of fun and I was very happy to be able to give you some of that Hayabusa merch. Which reminds me, this video is sponsored by Hayabusa. So if you like what you see, then stick around to the end of the video and I'll let you know how you could win a $70 gift card. Conor McGregor was his usual immature.
It's gonna be long night.
Yes.
He knows this.
Lord, shave me that.
He knows this.
Incoherent, ignorant,
You're a phony, a fake, and I'm gonna expose you.
insensitive self leading up to this entire fight. Even the day of the fight, that fool was still blowing smoke. Literally. And then Dana wonders why everyone is calling the UFC the new WWE. Mira, instead of spending so much time on all of that flashiness, he should have been trying to schedule a tune-up fight. I bet if he would have just asked, one of Khabib's teammates would have fought him. More on that later. But Conor didn't want a tune-up. He wanted that money. But he didn't seem to realize that his love for that money is what took away his hunger. The same thing that happened to him is what happened to Rocky Balboa.
3 years ago, you was supernatural. You was hard and you was nasty and you had this cast iron jaw. But then the worst thing happened to you that could happen to any fighter. You got civilized.
Conor went from being a fighter to being a businessman. And so a lot of people thought that after he got beat up by an old man for $100 million, that they would never see him again. But that's not good for business. That's right. After losing to supposedly the greatest boxer of all time with a 49-0 record, he decides to fight the greatest MMA fighter of all time with a 26-0 record. Very stupid for health and safety, but great for business. And sometimes, when you're trying to be a good businessman, you gotta do whatever it takes to get that money. Even if that means taking the most disgusting thing that's ever happened in the history of the company and deciding to use it as promo material. Dana tried his hardest to act all upset about it for a little while.
This is the most disgusting thing that has ever happened in the history of the company.
But clearly, him and Conor patched things up, as you can see with this little nod right here. These fools are about to make some money. There was another moment right before the fight that I found particularly interesting. I remember back when I was in high school, we had to read a book called Shakespeare, and it taught me about something called foreshadowing. That's when you see like a little clue about something that's about to happen in the future. And as if I didn't already know, the moment I saw McGregor tap on the mat, I knew it was a sign. There were gonna be some more taps on the way. And to make it even more interesting, he tapped right on the proper 12 logo. The way I look at it, it's like symbolic, you know? He was gonna be tapping out for the last time, leaving the fight game behind to join the whiskey game.
I am coming to take over the whiskey business.
And while all of this is going on, the homie Khabib is over there picking lint out of his belly button. Savage. So we get into the introductions and Bruce Buffer continues to push the UFC narrative by calling Conor McGregor
the Pride of Ireland.
Chale. Everybody already knows that the Pride of Ireland is Liam Neeson. That fool has a special set of skills that would cause Conor McGregor to tap out on sight. Even though that's not really saying much. But Khabib wasn't even tripping. He let Bruce Buffer know what's up when he fist bumped him. He let that fool know that he was about to break the curse. As soon as the fight started, you could already tell how it was gonna go down. And then Khabib landed one of the most beautiful takedowns I've ever seen in my life.
He's doing a fantastic job of...
You know when you're playing basketball and the ball rolls around the rim a bunch of times before it goes in? It was kind of like that.
Takedown, and he gets it.
It was very soon after that Conor McGregor started with the cheating. Now I'm gonna hop all over the place right here because it happened throughout the fight. But I wanna let you know all the different ways that Conor cheated. Grabbing the shorts.
Never seen anybody be able to straighten a leg out like that. The way he hangs and he almost knee bars.
Illegal knee to the face.
I agree, but if you have no choice either.
Illegal knee on the ground by Conor.
Feet in the fence.
Can't interlock the toes in the fence. McGregor got away with that one, still doing it. Herb Dean should be warning him there.
He's going for a Kimura here.
That is tight. So why isn't he trying to get up?
Because he's exhausted and he's getting his face punched in. And I don't think he can.
Grabbing the cage.
He's done this time and time again, and when you try to stand up without hand control, he throws you.
Grabbing the gloves.
Controlling your wrist. Here's grabbing the glove there. You can't clasp your hands together. The only thing you can do is...
And strikes to the back of the head.
His glove. He's got his glove underneath it.
But honestly, that wasn't even surprising because he did the same thing during his last fight.
And a lot of rabbit punching, a lot of hitting the back of the head, hitting in the back. Once again, I'm not the referee, I'm just a fighter. That's for the referee to do his job.
What was surprising though, is that he kept getting away with it. Usually, Herb Dean is on top of things. But I think Dana got to him.
Believe me, if it was up to me, I'd like to see Herb Dean refereeing every single fight.
Anyway, the entire first round was mostly spent with Conor on his back and his legs tied up, getting socked in the face every now and then. At the end of the round, his coach was trying to make him feel better by telling him that that was Khabib's best.
That was his absolute best there.
He had no idea. And then you see Khabib chilling over there in the corner. He didn't even want to sit down. And they weren't even talking about the fight. I don't know a lot of Russian, but from what I could tell, they were talking about Ozark, starring Jason Bateman. I highly recommend it. The second round is where we see Conor get rocked.
Oh! Massive right!
Sure, it was a big moment, but it led to an even bigger moment. Halfway into the second round is where the fight should have ended.
Bang, bang, bang! Bang, bang, bang! Bang! Smack his face, smack his face. He tried to kill me, so I gotta return the favor.
I've seen fight after fight stopped for much less than this. Khabib was changing that fool's face, but Herb Dean was trying to keep his paycheck. It was so bad that Mario Yamasaki tweeted at Herb Dean after the fight. So Conor makes it past the second round, and that fool's smiling. I don't buy it though, cause I already know it's like a coping mechanism. That's the same thing my lady does when she's about to cry. You just gotta give her like a couple of days to cool off or whatever, you know? And then she'll finally call you back. I actually thought it was kind of funny how people were getting all excited about the third round.
Kavanaugh said pressure to get your air back. You can get a little air if you pressure in the beginning.
Conor was coming out with more enthusiasm, but it doesn't matter if he's not doing any damage. And then the commentators were acting all shocked because Khabib went toe-to-toe with him.
Seeing Khabib standing right in front of Conor like this is crazy.
I don't understand why he doesn't shoot, why he doesn't mix it up.
But it just shows you how confident Khabib was able to be because of how superior he was to Conor. And Khabib's savage nature continued to shine through at the end of the third round when he refused to drink any water. Meanwhile, McGregor is on the other side getting operated on. The fourth round goes just like all the others. Khabib dominates. And then it happens.
Again, full mount, back mount.
There's the choke.
Khabib gets Conor's back and locks in the rear naked choke. And I want to take a moment to acknowledge something right here. A lot of people started tripping when I called it a choke and when I said that McGregor should have went to sleep.
Not only did Conor lose, which we already knew, but he had to go and tap again and ruin his whole legacy. Everyone makes fun of the fact that he tapped, and he tapped again. Just go to sleep, fool. You do it every night.
They were trying to say that I didn't know what I was talking about and that it was a neck crank, and that supposedly that's even what the UFC said. Oh, that's what the UFC said? The same UFC that let Conor cheat during the whole fight and didn't call the stoppage? But I know who you look up to, so if you don't want to listen to me, then maybe you'll listen to these fools.
It's almost like it chokes and it pushes your jaw into itself.
Yes, but you're tapping because of the choke.
So it said neck crank on kind of the final decision of the submission there. I would beg to differ. I think Conor tapped because if he didn't, he would have passed unconscious from that choke.
Now what? Mira, I know the neck crank was there. Everybody saw it. And there was clearly pressure against the jaw. But Conor wasn't gonna feel any pressure through that beard. Look at that thing. It's too dense. It's been soaking in cabbage and proper 12 for days. And the biggest indicator that it was more of a choke is that Conor actually goes in and out of consciousness. Nobody's talking about this, but Conor McGregor actually tried to tap 2 times before he finally got it. But the first 2 times he tried to tap, he kept passing out. So he finally gets the tap, the crowd goes crazy, I win $200, and Khabib flies like an eagle. And honestly, I don't understand why everybody's tripping. They're talking about taking away his belt, and they're even talking about not paying him. So how come when Conor does the same thing, it's okay? When Conor does it, they say he's just hyping up a fight, and everybody gets all excited.
He's in front of Jose Aldo screaming at him, and Jose Aldo is smiling.
But they think this is different because it actually got physical. There have been countless situations where promoting a fight has gotten physical, and the UFC never acts up like this. No one gets their belt stripped, no one gets their money taken away, and no one gets deported. But now, just because the Eagle is trying to set up his next fight, everybody's hating. This was not a barbaric display of hatred and unsportsmanlike conduct like a lot of people think. This was just Khabib trying to set up his next fight with Dillon Danis in Bellator. Khabib has already stated that once he defeated the UFC's golden boy, Conor McGregor, he was gonna leave the UFC.
I think with Khabib and what he represents, and talking to his team captain, Josh Thompson, he goes, Khabib's gonna retire after this.
Really?
He wants to beat Conor and retire. Unless they get him a super fight with GSP or something, he's done.
Confronting Dillon Danis, after Dillon had already been talking papas, was just Khabib's way of announcing his move to Bellator. His plan, all throughout, has been to dominate every single promotion. UFC, Bellator, One Championship, Rizin, Invicta, etc. But the double standards against the homie Khabib are just outrageous. Conor attacks a bus full of people, injuring 2 fighters and a UFC employee. And then Anthony Pettis, Brandon Moreno, and Alex Caceres all miss out on paydays because their fights were canceled because their opponents were either hurt or suspended. Nothing but a slap on the wrist. But then Khabib strikes a crouching tiger pose, and all of a sudden he's public enemy #1. I know that one of the biggest reasons is because a lot of people feel bad for Conor right now because they think that he was innocent during the whole thing. But maybe they haven't seen this footage. Maybe they don't know that Conor actually threw the first punch and that that's the only reason Khabib's team attacked him. Conor thought that everybody would be too focused on Khabib to notice, but he didn't know that I had a homie in the crowd with a GoPro. So Conor plays it up, shows the puppy eyes, and Daddy tries to make him feel better. But then things start to get a little bit crazy when Khabib re-enters the ring against DC's wishes.
Let's Washington, D.C.
Even Luke Rockhold was trying to help out this time. The public shame and humiliation that he faced because of the last time when he punked out in front of Brock Lesnar was too much for him to handle. He had to redeem himself. But it was not an easy job to keep Khabib calm when Dana White refused to give him his bout. And then Dana tried to blame it on the crowd.
This is what I believe. If I put this belt on you, everybody's going to start throwing into the octagon.
Are you ready for this?
But that's not true. It's not like the crowd didn't know he won and he was gonna have to exit the cage and walk through them anyway. It's just a Dana White power play. Dana and the entire UFC is simply against Khabib.
He's gonna experience hate like he's never experienced in his entire career.
You could even see the disgust in Bruce Buffer's face when he had to announce Khabib as the winner. I thought you were better than that, fool. Mira, not only is Khabib the eagle, he's also the GOAT. The UFC can try to keep that money and they can try to keep that bout, but they can't touch his legacy. I'm sure that we will all continue to watch this story unfold together, but if you want to make sure that you're getting the pure, unadulterated truth, then subscribe to this channel. I want to say thank you to Hayabusa for sponsoring this episode, and I want to let you know how you can win a $70 gift card so you can shop on their website. The only thing you have to do is go to hayabusafightcom/voto and enter your information. From there, a random winner will be selected. I've already let you know this in the past, but I have to remind you, this contest is only open to those who live in the United States or Canada, or both. If you do not live in the United States or Canada and you still try to enter,
you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Thank you for watching Mexican Martial Arts. Appreciate it. Good looking out. Late.